Hey, Perfect Spirit. I'm Sam, the Miracle Man. Now let's create a miracle in your life right here, right now. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I talk about getting rid of this head trash. All that stuff is creating stress, anxiety, limitations, criticism, judgment. We need to throw that out and tune into the true us, the true self. And if you're a returning visitor, good to see you again, friend. Let's see what we're going to dive into today here. Today I want to talk about why is it so difficult to say no. We're always wanting to say yes immediately a lot of times it seems, and we get ourselves into trouble because it doesn't feel right to us. But we don't want to disappoint that person. We don't want to miss this opportunity. We don't want to miss out. It's really a fear-based thing. What are they going to think of me if I say no about this? Because it's all coming from here, the mental junk drawer that skews all of our experiences, all of our perceptions. But sometimes when somebody asks you a question, a favor, a request, or maybe asking if you want a promotion, sometimes we need to step back, take a moment, and just notice how the mind is very reactive. And if you get that mind to come back to this moment and you can really think about that, well, not even think because the mind's going to try to logic it out. It isn't about logicking it out, using logic to figure out if you want to say yes or no. It's about really going within yourself. What feels right to you? Maybe a friend's asking you if you can help them move. You know you're free. You could probably help them out. But instead of immediately jumping to yes, what does your heart say about that? The mind's saying yes, but what's your heart saying? Your intuition. And maybe you're getting a no there, and it makes no sense. But you tell your friend anyway, I'm sorry, I just can't be free that day. Or maybe you're just honest and say it doesn't feel right. There's something off about me helping you move. Maybe they won't understand if you say that. But if I said that, they probably would understand because I sort of move by this intuitive voice. Because maybe you do help them move, even though it doesn't felt right to you to help them move, but you do it anyway. And during the move, you're responsible for something breaking. And you start arguing with your friend at things like a really delicate situation that you got yourself into. Or maybe you're helping them move and you said some kind of comment off the cuff that they took the wrong way and it causes friction. You just don't know what's going to happen. But this mind will get you into trouble if you don't listen to this deeper voice. So sometimes you just come up with an excuse, it doesn't feel right to me. Or if it's too difficult to be that honest, you just say, I have something else going on, so I can't help you. Or maybe there's this new opportunity at work, a new promotion, or maybe a completely different skill set. But the mind wants to say, yes, I want to do that. But then you step back and say, does this really a good opportunity for me? It's a little more money, but it's more hours, more stress, more anxiety, overseeing people. And overseeing people isn't my strong set. Do I really want to do that? And the answer may be no, and that's okay. It's really doing that which resonates within you. And notice how the mind gets into this people pleaser mode, that I must do this, that I must do this. There's some spiritual teachers that say yes to all things. But I don't really prescribe saying yes. I like to say yes to most things, not all things. Because I love new experiences, I love new opportunities. But when it starts to cross the line of your own personal boundaries, then you need to step back and say, hey, is this really best for me? Yeah, so a lot of people really suggest saying yes, yes, yes to everything, but you're going to get yourself into trouble. Get yourself into things that you don't want to get yourself into, situations that are going to increase more anxiety, more stress, increase your level of discomfort. And saying no is extremely uncomfortable, especially if you're used to the mind always saying yes, being the people pleaser, or not wanting to disappoint, missing out. It's very difficult to say no, to stand in your truth. And standing in our truth is generally very tough to do in general, because this mind is creating a lot of confusion that we really don't even know our true voice. And it's really remarkable when I ask people, what makes you smile? What makes you have fun? What makes you laugh? A lot of people cannot answer that question. They have to ponder that and think about that. What do I do for fun? What makes me laugh? And that's really unfortunate because they're so lost up in here in the story. They forget that life is here for our enjoyment, to have fun, to enjoy this life, this moment. Tomorrow is not promised to anyone. Heck, not even the next hour is promised to anyone. We have no idea what's going to happen. We're not in control of the world out there. We can only control ourselves, and mostly our reactions to situations, experiences. And some people that are lost up in here are not really in control of their reactions. They're just maybe dealing with anger. Something triggers them and they get really angry, upset, because the mind is pulling them all over the place. But it's really about learning to step back and say, what's best for me? So yes, saying no is a practice. Sometimes you may say yes when you want to say no, but just observe that and just reflect and say, okay, how can I do this different next time? And never judge, criticize, or condemn yourself. Just take note, and it's this feedback to try differently next time. But really, it all comes down to listening to yourself. That's ultimately what this channel's about. Getting rid of this till you can hear the real you. This is the whisper that's leading you onto your way, your path, your way forward. So what is best for you? What is that whisper telling you? And where is the head trash leading you astray? Creating more stress, more anxiety, giving you more things to do that add more stress, more anxiety. This mind's filled with an infinite to-do list. Do this, do that, do that. Always distracted by this shiny object syndrome. But the best thing we can do is just sit quietly with ourselves and start to relax this mind and come back into this body, this moment. It doesn't have to be very difficult, so we can just sit here, relax, find that peace within you. Now just imagine a good friend is asking you to help move, and you know you're free. Now just notice how the mind wants to jump yes right into that situation. But take a moment, pause here. Does it feel right to help them move? Not trying to logic it out, but how does your body feel? If you can't hear the inner voice, then feel, does it cause stress? Does it cause anxiety when you bring this situation to mind? And the new job, the mind may want to say yes because of more money. But within you, it creates anxiety. It creates stress. And just trust that. And just see if that stress is maybe caused by learning a new skill that you're not familiar with. So just see where that stress is coming from. Feel it out, if you will, if you're not hearing that whisper. So just simple practices to get you here in this moment. And we can just open our eyes and just see how the mind likes complexity. But we have a built-in truth detector for us, for our way forward. So what is always best for you? Others are just guessing what's best for you. You know, what's best for you. They're just trying to constantly project upon you. But ultimately, you know what's best for you. So I'm winding down here tonight. I'll be coming live in an hour in this channel for some soul messages with Lori tonight. So if you're watching this, you can tune in on Monday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. If you see this video down the road and you're like, oh, I would love a soul message. I'm not getting clarity because this mind's creating so much confusion. So we'll just tune in, maybe pull some cards and see what the answer is, what comes. It's really an interesting experience. I have no idea what's going to come about. All right. Well, take good care of yourself, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Take good care of yourself.